How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode, and today we are in the Stanley Cup Finals here in year number 2, already in the Stanley Cup Finals. Taylor Hall has been immense, but so have you guys. You guys are crushing these like goals. Can we get another 10 likes on this video? You guys have been absolutely insane. You guys have been propelling Taylor Hall. Well, every like on this video is going to be a save that Corey Crawford makes for us. We need a lot of those because we're gonna be playing a high-powered Washington Capitals team here, guys. But we can go ahead and double-check the lines in case you've forgotten. We've got Taylor Hall, Byfield, and Granlund. That's been a very good line. Big game Byfield, really showing up in the playoffs here in his rookie season, which has been absolutely phenomenal for us. So he's definitely played better in the playoffs than he has in the regular season. Taylor Hall, same thing with him. 95 points, 82 games. He's just been insanely good this season. So him and Byfield clearly have a connection. Granlund's the one guy on the line that's, maybe not quite up to snuff, but 74 points is nothing to sneeze at. So then we have Landeskog, Bozak, and Gurianov. We went out and signed Landeskog to maybe play on the first line, but he's been really, really good on that second line, playing with Bozak and Gurianov. It's been a very solid defensive line, which is not the end of the world, right? I can handle a defensive second line. And then our third line here with Cirelli, Cousins, and DeBrusk. Finally, we've got Kubalik, Heinen, and Donskoy. Kubalik, I said that this guy was, not worth it, but I mean, for less than $3 million for another year, I don't see any reason to get rid of him. He is a solid depth option, and the whole team is just performing well. On the back end, we've got Sergachev and Bear. Bear certainly has not... the moment has not been too big for Ethan Bear. He's playing first line minutes here in the playoffs and +8, 24 minutes a night for a 24-year-old, only 80 overall. I mean, I act like he's 19. He's 24, so he should be there. Hopefully he grows a little bit for us. Brady Shea has really anchored that second line next to Christopher Tanev. And then Vince Dunn and Devin Tays, who were just an insane pairing during the regular season, are continuing to play well. Now let's go ahead and get a look at what Washington is going to be throwing at us and just see how we stack up against their team. So they've got Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Vrana. That first line is really scary because Ovechkin's still a 93 and Kuznetsov being a 91. That's insane. Then they've got Duclair, Backstrom, and Wilson. So it does start to drop off, but then again, it's kind of close to what we've got. Their third line is Hagelin, Eller, and Oshie, so they have some really good depth pieces, and Hagelin's just kind of riding along with them. And then Hathaway, Appleton, and Matthew Joseph. So the fourth line is not as good as ours, but it's a really good forward core. This is a good team. But on the back end, they've got Dmitry Orlov and John Carlson, another, really good pairing. But that's when it starts to fall off. The next two pairings are Kempny and Marino, and then McQuaid and Gunnarsson. So their depth defensemen aren't exactly what you'd like to see. Now, when they have so much depth in offense and some superstars and a superstar in John Carlson paired with Orlov, you're not too concerned. I mean, I would be a little bit concerned that they only have an 81 and a 79 on their second defensive pairing, but obviously they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, so it's not slowing them down much. And on the back end, Ilya Samsonov, 85 overall, a very good goaltender in his own right, 25 years of age. You can see he's just well-rounded. Every category is good. In the playoffs, he's been playing quite well, although he has been giving up goals. 2.5 goal against average is, it's not bad, but you'd like to maybe see a little bit better, although they have the offense to really overcome that. But if we go ahead and take a look at Corey Crawford's numbers, I think we'll see that they look a little bit better. Corey Crawford is, playing a lot better. We're a much better defensive team. I think that's where our bread is buttered, is on the back end defensively. Even our forwards are good defensively. So we'll see. It's going to be what philosophy takes the cake, and the winner will take the cup. But let's stop talking and previewing, boys. Let's get into the first game of this series here on home ice. We get to be the home team, which is always nice. So let's go ahead here, jump into the simulation of game number 1 of your Stanley Cup Finals in 2022. I'm excited. I can't believe it's 1 year. We went out and got Taylor Hall. He's been here, and then in year number 2 of our franchise, we're already in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's a very, very early start. We'll see. Are we ready for it? First period, and right now it looks like we are not up for it. Backstrom scores literally in the crease. Duclair scores there next, and we are getting quite outshot. Second period, sees DeBrusk pull it back to 1, but Jakub Vrana in that first line is just really good. 3-1 as Washington has a large majority of the shots, but Devin Tays and that really solid pairing. He's going to step up with a goal. That's a big goal because if we can get one more, we could potentially force overtime here, but 10 minutes to go in the period. We get a power play opportunity. We need to capitalize. We do not. And with 5 minutes to go, is there going to be a late hero? 2 minutes, 90 seconds, and there is no late game dramatics. That's a good goal there from Devin Tays, but the team just, well, 20 to 36 in shots is really not what you want to see. And I want to know who was it? It looks like the line that was good was the first line. The first line did fine, but there was plenty of minuses to go around. It was actually the bottom 6. Believe it or not, it was the bottom 6 that got us the minus, which I don't think is going to be one of those things that's going to happen all that often. I can't blame Corey Crawford for a 3-2 loss either. He did make quite a few saves. The bottom 6 just needs to be better. I'm not going to make any changes right now. A 3-2 loss is not a reason to make a change. The offense was a little quiet, but it was the bottom 6 that really, the bottom 6 that let us down on the defensive end. Game number 2 here. Losing a home game is not good. Just don't let it compound into 2 home losses. First period. And there we go. Boys got their feet under them, came out, and were ready to go. Shots are more even, but still in favor of Washington. Shea scores and Cousins scores just 2 minutes later. So that's what you want to see. Maybe rattle Samsonov a little bit. Second period, and there we go. Kubalik makes up for it on the power play. That second power play unit, if you guys remember, in the last episode, I promoted him to that second line power play. And speaking of second line, Gabriel Landeskog chips in with another as we are out shooting the Washington Capitals. And right now, the bottom 6 came to play today. This is their bounce back game. It was rough. We got a power play opportunity, unable to capitalize, but Quentin Byfield scores just a little bit after the power play expires and gives us a 5-0 lead. And 5-0 is probably it's how it's gonna end. It's gonna be a win for us. That's all I know. But with 2.5 minutes to go, there's no reason to sit here and watch this one out. 5-0 shutout victory for your Honolulu Hammerheads in game number 2. So a very tight series so far. If we take a look at who was the plus minus, who was on the ice. Well, there was actually not a minus. I should say that. But who was on the ice when we didn't score? So it was the fourth line that didn't score, but Kubalik did chip in with a goal, which is all I'm asking him. He did play the most out of all of those guys, 13 minutes of time on ice, but a very good game. And then obviously Corey Crawford making 27 of 27 saves is what you want to see. So as far as points, anybody curious? Taylor Hall with 3 assists. What a night for him. Taylor Hall putting his stamp on the series, going head-to-head against Backstrom or it's Kuznetsov and Ovi. Backstrom's on the second line. That is just unfair. That's just rude. You shouldn't have that much center depth. Anyway, we've got game number 3 here in Washington with a 1-1 series. A big game here. Potentially could swing or determine where the series goes. But again, too many games to be played. Still an important one. Nonetheless, would like to take a series lead after going down 1-0 in the series. Would love to go up 2-1. But it all starts with this first period. And Washington's going to score on the power play. Oshie taps it in from the crease. 10-10 in shots. It's a very, very even game. It's been a very even series. That first game was tight. The second game was tight, but we were the ones that scored. You know, maybe it wasn't indicative. The score wasn't indicative of how the game was played. But anyway, let's get into the second period. And there we go. Yes, you love to see it. That pink just shines through the blur. And we've got Landeskog and Granlund. So Landeskog, the signee, who was supposed to play on the first line, worked out perfectly for our second line. And then Granlund showing that he can get it done. I had some chatter about maybe we don't, maybe it's time to find a new right winger for that first line. He's trying to prove that it's not time for that. It's 2-1. Not time to talk about the offseason. It's time to talk about the third period of game number 3 here. In the first 5 minutes underway, shots are going back and forth, and Taylor Hall putting his stamp on the series, but Garrett Hathaway? Is it Garrett Hathaway? I don't exactly know his name, but they have a long power play opportunity, and we are able to kill it off. But the bottom 6 for Washington, again, is coming to play, and I wonder if our bottom 6 might need a shakeup. But guys, it is overtime of a crucial game number 3. Next goal determines who takes the lead in the series. So let's go ahead and just take a quick peek and watch this overtime. Here we go, guys. In Washington, overtime. It is Kuznetsov versus Byfield on the draw. Man, Byfield is just going through the gauntlet of first-line centers. I mean, for a 19-year-old to be as good as he is, Taylor Hall, he's going to find Grant on the back door, and we're going to win this one in overtime. We blew the lead, but we are going to win the game nonetheless, and that quickly into overtime. Holy crap. Granlund with his second of the game. He scored the one in the second. That gave us 2-1 lead. Hall scored in the third, but then Hall to Granlund, that first line, playing well. He gets around to the outside. Granlund just sneaks behind Orlov in that defensive core. I know they have John Carlson. Orlov is not bad, but man, there's nothing Samsonov can do there. Absolutely nothing. And we are going to get out of this winners. And you would have to say deserved winners if you take a look at those generated stats. But pretty darn good. Although we did give Washington one power play goal. I would like to see us capitalize on our power play opportunities, but 0 for 3. It's not horrible. We end up getting out of here with a win. So let's go ahead, guys. Get back into the calendar and get into game number 4. Game number 4 on the horizon. We've taken a 2-1 series lead. Winning one away game has flipped this series. Now we've leveled it out. All we have to do is win our home games from here on out, and we will be crowned Stanley Cup champions. But man, that makes me so nervous just to say it. 4th game of the series. Will we be a 3-1 lead, or will Washington equalize the series and level it at 2-2? All that matters right now is this first period, and it's a wow. 5 goals here in this first period. Landeskog on the power play opens it up. As I said, the power play was going to be an emphasis earlier. Anthony Duclair then equalizes. Taylor Hall gets us the lead back, but then Dmitry Orlov from center ice on a shorthanded goal. You know, can I pause? Side note, way too many center ice goals in EA Sim. Like, I don't know if it's just randomly picking spots on the ice to place the goals or what, but there are way too many. Like, I get it. Washington can score fine. Have it just... If you just move it, like, from to here, just put it right here, and I'll believe it, because it's in the zone. Actually, wait, no, that's their own zone. He dumped it, and they scored. Oh, wow, I cannot believe that. Anyway, Denis Gurianov is going to score, though, and get us a 3-2 lead back. Can't get tilted about the center ice goals. They happen way too frequently, EA. Just please address it. I'm sure it would take you maybe a day, maybe 2 days to fix that. Just attention to detail. Just look, spend time. This has been a problem for years. You guys really need to figure out why it's there. Spend a day, spend a week, and you can go make some hut packs. Anyway, second period. Washington is going to score, and EA's now mad at me because I am trash talking them. Kuznetsov with the power play goal, and Tom Wilson scores as well and gives Washington the lead. Shots are in favor of Washington. That was a good period for them. This third period, though, all we need is one. First 5 minutes, nothing eventful happening, but it is a lot of Washington right now. We are finally getting some shots on the net, and we get a power play, but we're unable to capitalize. But the shots flying up there for Honolulu as we try to mount a comeback with 5 minutes to go here. Come on, let's take some shots, boys. 2 minutes. And Hathaway is going to score the empty netter, and it is 5-3, and Washington has leveled the series at 2-2. I really want to see, is it the 4th line? Kubalik, a -2. Gurianov, DeBrusk, Dunn, Cousins, Tays, Cirelli, Shea, Heinen, Granlund. Jesus. It's a lot of bottom sixers there. And is it... I'm going to keep Kubalik because he plays on the power play. But maybe... I mean, we don't really have anybody. We've got Georgiev. Walensky. Call somebody up maybe from the AHL to play on that 4th line. Sprong is not really what I was envisioning. And we really don't have any defensive options to call up. So... maybe we just let it ride as is. Things are going fine. Maybe we move a guy like Dylan Cousins down to that 4th line to help out, or maybe Cirelli down to that 4th line. Cirelli's got 15 penalty minutes. That's not what you want to see. So we are going to do that. We're going to demote Cirelli to the 4th line. His penalty minutes on the 3rd line. That's way too many. I can deal with it if you're on the 1st line and you're playing out there 20 minutes a night and you maybe take a penalty here and there. But when you're taking that many penalties on the 3rd line, something's got to change, and something has to change. Can't change too much, but we are going to make that change. Heinen to the 2nd line, or Heinen to the 3rd line. It's really the 4th line. Let's hope it pays off, and I didn't just screw up everything. 2-2, best of 3 series right now. Who is going to win 2 out of these next 3? Come on, Honolulu, start out well on home ice. And no goals, a very defensive, a cagey first period, if you will. 6-8 in shots in favor of the Washington Capitals. Second period sees Dylan Cousins on that 3rd line. I wonder if Danton Heinen got himself an assist on that one. But shots are still 2 shots in favor of Washington. But importantly, we now have a 2-goal lead. I was going to say we have a 1-goal lead, but as it was coming out of my mouth, Denis Gurianov is going to score. And we get another opportunity on the power play. And then we are unable to capitalize, and Ovi bounces right back after that power play is over and gets Washington back to within one. But Dominic Kubalik on the fourth line. But then Ovi, stop this, Ovi. Would you cut that out? Scoring right after we score, Ovi. Can you just not do that? As long as we don't score, Ovi won't score. And Tom Wilson is gonna tie it up with 12 seconds to go. We're heading into overtime in what is a pivotal game number 5 here, guys. Obviously, we're gonna jump in and watch it. Let's hope that, man, this comeback, we just kind of choked that game away with 12 seconds left. He's going to score on Crawford. That's not what you want to see, but let's get into the overtime period and see how we do. Puck drop of the second overtime period of the series. Obviously, this is the first overtime in this one, but Taylor Hall again gets to the outside, tries to get in, but Kuznetsov is now going to play a little more physical, but Byfield's there and gets the puck in deep. Don't know where Granlund is. I guess he was waiting behind the net for a pass, but there we go. They break it out of the zone. Carlson finds Vrana. He gets a lane to shoot. Takes the shot. It goes wide. Oh, a slower recovery from the aging Corey Crawford. But thank God Mikhail Sergachev was there. That was a good idea. That was a good idea to try and make that pass. And they're going to get it Ovi now. Oh, God. He's been on fire. He tries the backhand. Oh, Corey Crawford somehow pokes that out. Oh, my God. The chances are definitely in favor. I don't think we have had a shot. The chances are in favor of the Washington Capitals, and they are really shutting us down defensively. This has been one-way traffic here this period as Backstrom now gets into the zone. The one-timer and a good save from Corey Crawford. That's a tough save, but that's an NHL caliber save. Top 10 in goals. Taylor Hall. Wow, look at how many different goal scorers we have. And that's really been a staple of our team. I don't think, I know Taylor Hall is elite, and he's one of the best players in the NHL. He's an 89 overall, but we have a lot of guys that are able to score. Speaking of, they try and find the one-timer there. Gurianov is going to break it out. Gurianov again gets poked, and we are having some difficulty breaking into the zone here and getting any kind of offensive puck possession. Like I said, they are a very aggressive team, and we are a defensive team. So we'll have to see. And there's a tripping penalty coming to Denis Gurianov, and it's at 3-3 in overtime. 17:34, Gurianov takes a tripping minor, and now Donskoy and Cirelli are out there against Wilson, Eller, and Joseph, and a crucial overtime. Ovi now with the slapper. Oh, it goes off the glove. He didn't make that save cleanly. Oh, God, Corey Crawford, don't make this one of those games where you fumble everything and give me a heart attack. I really don't want that. A good defensive play there from Dunn. Let's go. Let's get that puck out. They're going to board play us again. We're down deep. There we go. Way to stay smart. They're going to find Ovi. Gets knocked off. And beautiful dump there. Honolulu is still having to kill this penalty. And it's going to be, oh my God, this time is ticking away so slowly. If they don't score on this power play, I will be surprised and incredibly proud. A good dump again, making them go the length of the ice. With 1:20 to go on the power play for Washington, Lars Eller carries it out of the zone. He's going to glide. What's he going to do with it? He's going to just be indecisive as we go ahead and dump that puck back down. Cirelli maybe playing a little bit more aggressive and playing a little harder with a little more heart. Now that we demoted him to the fourth line, and a shot from Tom Wilson is going to get saved by the glove of Corey Crawford. That was dangerous. He had a wide open shot, but now they get their first line power play. But the best part is Ovi's not part of the first power play unit. I thought the unit power play should be not power play defense, not power play offense, just power play 1 and power play 2. I thought if you hit B or X, it should change the whole thing. Anyway, we slow them down through neutral ice, but Oshie is going to get into the zone. Oshie now is going to get it knocked off of him. The puck is loose. It's there. It's picked up. Tanev. Oh, he's going to skate with it. Oh, he's going to tote. Christopher Tanev, you do a toe drag in overtime in the Stanley Cup Finals on the penalty kill. You just dump it. Holy crap. Oh, thank you, Corey Crawford. Anyway, Taylor Hall is 7th in hits. I guess he's feeling that physical itch there from Byfield, and maybe he's just buying into the system our coach wants to run. Anyway, they're back out there with power play 1. Duclair is still in the Ovi slot, so that's good to see. Cirelli, get this puck deep. Thank you. 20 seconds to go, and boys, it's been a really good penalty kill so far. Do not let up now. It's been very solid. Our first line is probably incredibly rested, while theirs has been out there for the entire power play. And a good back check there from Donskoy. Bear gets the puck. What's he going to do with it? Kuznetsov steals that out of the scrum. Oshie in front. Oshie pulls the forehand, and on the end of the power play is going to get Washington a 4-3 win. And that puts them one game away from lifting the Stanley Cup. We choked that one away, but all that matters right now is the next one. Good news, guys, is Anthony Cirelli was a +2, so he definitely helped out there on that fourth line. That change does seem to have worked there. We just choked it away down at the end of the game. Tom Wilson scores, and then TJ Oshie scores, and that puts us one game away from losing the Stanley Cup. We need to win the next two. We just need to go on a 2-game winning streak, and it starts with this one. I've got no changes to make. Things have been going well. 5-3 loss followed by a 4-3 overtime loss is killer. But can we bounce back and win 2 in a row of our own? Let's simulate and get on in here. First period. There we go. That's the way we wanted to start. I was really worried about the first period, and if Washington came out guns blazing, I was going to be really worried about how this was going to look. Gabriel Landeskog gets us a very important 1-0 lead. Second period sees Dylan Cousins, Dan Heinen, Dylan Cousins going ahead and stepping up there on the bottom 6, 2.5 minutes apart. So Dylan Cousins making the most of both of his shifts, and we are up 3-0. All we have to do is not take penalties and not give Washington any life in this game, and we will force a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup. We give them another power play, and Ovechkin is going to score on the power play. We get one of our own. Can't pull a goal back. We're giving them another power play. Stop that, boys. Refs, put the whistles away. 2.5 minutes to go. 90 seconds, 30 seconds. No late game heroics in this one. And you know what I want to do? I want to check the penalties. Taylor Hall, Sergachev. Man, Sergachev, you cannot be taking those penalties. You just can't be taking those penalties. And I don't know if anybody was a minus because it was a power play goal, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we'll be on the power play, so nobody's going to be minus. Taylor Hall, fantastic playoffs from him. Regardless of what happens, you got to be happy with Taylor Hall on the team. Game 7 on home ice. I am nervous about this one, boys. 3-3, obviously, Game 7. At home. Let's get it done. That was a great game. Can we get off to another great start in Game 7? First period, it is 1-1. Jakub Vrana scores, but Kubalik on that bottom 6 is coming in clutch. Man, he's been really, really good. Second period, we score 2. Gabriel Landeskog and Danton Heinen. That might be his first goal of the playoffs, but what a time to get it. It is 3-1 for your Honolulu Hammerheads. Boys, we've been in this position before. Third period, do not blow it. Cirelli scores on the fourth line and Gurianov, and all of a sudden the floodgates have opened. Washington pushing to get the equalizers have shot themselves in the foot as within 30 seconds Honolulu gets 2 more and it's 5-1 in game number 7. And boys, without a doubt, that means your Honolulu Hammerheads are gonna be lifting the Stanley Cup. Oshie gets a consolation goal. We score 1 more. I don't know who it was, but all that matters is we are going to wear our Stanley Cup winning alternates. We wear these jerseys when we know we're winning the Stanley Cup. And boys, it is time to break out the stealth Hammerhead jerseys. We are going to be winning it on home ice. I hope you guys are ready because I am. It's 6-2 with 30 seconds to go. Let's jump into it. Here we go, guys. The Honolulu Hammerheads faithful are on their feet with 1:20 left in this game. I don't know who scored the 6th goal. We can make a check. We can take a look later. After the game, and a huge hit there from Bear, and the stealth jerseys are looking beautiful as ever. Hagelin finds Kempney, he takes the shot. Corey Crawford with the save. 56 seconds left. Oh God, if we blow this, guys, that would be the most legendary choke ever. You guys can see the H patch on the shoulder for Honolulu. The stealth jerseys, the gradient on the sleeves, the all blacks looking nice. It's a blackout here in Honolulu. Oh my God, can we stop covering the puck here? Like, let's just keep this clock ticking. Let's keep it rolling. I want to see Lord Stanley Cup being raised by those in the black and pink. All right, Kuznetsov is going to win that faceoff. Orlov, they're taking the one-timer. Good save there. Wow, this is aggressive from the Washington Capitals. I mean, can you blame them though? They're playing with the cup on the line here, down by 4. Taylor Hall, he's been a machine all playoffs. Ooh, a good breakup there from Sergachev. And they're going to find Taylor Hall. Oh, he almost dangles around a big game Byfield, though. Picks up the puck. Oh, and Granlund misses the net. Just a bit wide. Would have been a 7th. Adding insult to injury, perhaps. Doesn't matter. Orlov now gets into the zone. He's going to circle around with it. Doesn't know what to do. He should just shoot it. He does. Shoots it low. Maybe hoping for some scrum in front. But with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your Honolulu Hammerheads are crowned the Stanley Cup champions of 2022. And in our 2nd year in existence, we've done what Vegas couldn't. And we've won the Stanley Cup just 1 season removed from the inaugural season for the Honolulu Hammerheads. And there's the team. It's a sum of your parts kind of thing. The team just performed. Byfield, 84 overall, killing it on that first line. Granlund, 83 overall, chipped in with some very timely goals. Taylor Hall put the team on his back. It was his team, and he made sure you knew it. Sergachev, Bear, those top line guys. But cannot forget the rest of the boys. Gurianov with Bozak, somebody who you never see get on the score sheet, but is just a defensive machine. Centering that second line between both Landeskog and Gurianov. So we had a little goal scoring there with some very physical and defensive play. Then on the third line, things had to change. It was not going well for the bottom 6 earlier in this one, but we did make the change and it paid off. Heinen now centering DeBrusk and Cousins. And finally, you had Kubalik on the left wing of the new Anthony Cirelli on the 4th line and Eunice Donskoy. But Taylor Hall is going to win the Conn Smythe Trophy. Deservedly so. He put up 30 points in 20 games. I don't know what he did in this one. I don't know if he got some assists, maybe a goal. But then you talk about the defensive pairings here, guys. Like I had already previously mentioned, you had Sergachev and Bear, punching above his weight, really. Sergachev really leading there. The second pairing with Brady Shea and Christopher Tanev looking very, very nice. And we have Mikhail Sergachev being the first one to lift the cup. We don't have a captain. And that's what I want to ask you guys. Who is our captain heading into next season as the Stanley Cup champions? Look at that, lifting the cup. Sergachev could be the guy. Is it Hall? Hall led by example. And then, of course, I'm not quite done with the lineups here. We have the third defensive pairing of both Tays and Dunn, who are just phenomenal all season. Great defensively out there, giving the guys a chance. And there's Chris Tanev lifting the cup. And then in goal, we made the acquisition at the deadline. Corey Crawford was sensational this entire playoff, just from all 21 games. He was sensational. We had Tristan Jarry and Georgiev play throughout the year. They weren't quite enough to get it done, but that leaves us with the dilemma in the goaltending department. Corey Crawford surely is not going to be this good for an entire season. He was a great guy to go get. Wins another cup. I'm just realizing that this is the 4th cup of Corey Crawford's career, which is pretty darn impressive. Anyway, what do? Do we bring back Crawford? Do we roll with Jarry and hope he gets better? Or do we move on from Jarry and maybe sign somebody in free agency? But you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. There is the team, the Stanley Cup winners of 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.